Hi, this is Esther with Ravi Star Jewelry, and today I'm going to show you a quick and relatively practical tutorial how to repair a lobster clasp on a necklace where the lobster clasp has fallen off or is missing. So this is great because people do get upset when a necklace breaks, but it doesn't have to be the end of it. If there is a loop still there on the other side, we can probably get it repaired. So this is different than I normally do, so it might take me longer because there's a thread here, and I haven't done that before, but I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. So what you have to do is kind of clamp it so it stays on. So you need a loop here, and then you need to clamp it. So that would be step one with this type of necklace. So the first thing I'm actually going to do, I'm actually using an upcycled loop today and a lobster clasp, and probably most likely for sure gonna need some pliers to do the closing. So first I'm actually gonna close it because I think the reason why the lobster clasp fell out here, or the clasp, is because of that extra space right there. See, it's open, so it's easy. It was easy for it to fall off. Understandable. It's a little bit more complex, so increase the size a little bit. Look at my giant hands, kind of scary. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to close this up. Now, if you already have one that's closed up, that's fine. You won't have to do this part. So you just take it with both pliers, and we're going to close it back up. Sometimes you get some resistance, that's okay. There's also the added challenge of I'm looking away from the camera while I do this, so it's a little bit of a challenge. And sometimes the wire misbehaves. This one's a little more complicated because I was using one that had already been opened for something else, but that's okay. And probably I would have been better off with two of the needle plier. That's okay, we got it. You just kind of clamp it, make sure it's closed. Yep. Okay, cool. So this is a cool shark tooth necklace. I believe it's a shark tooth or a fish tooth, who knows. And very 90s hippie style, great for mermaid core, great for skaters and surfers. Love the blue fimo, and that's kind of why I want to revive it. I think they did a good job with the pattern, and I'd like to keep it that way. So now, got to get this in here. So let's see, how am I going to do that? So I was trying with the plier. So let's see. I might have to open this up a bit. It's interesting. Now I'm like, why? Must have been a smaller loop or something. So now I'm going to have to open this up just a little bit. This is a spring clasp, so it's a little different than typical. Typically, you would just have to kind of replace the loop, but I thought this might make it interesting. So we've got the loop in. Now we've got to clamp this down and make sure it stays closed. And that might be a challenge with this. Let's see. So here we are. Clamp that in. Okay. Let's work to close this up. Okay, and so it's important to understand with a spring, it's never going to close completely, but you want it to close as much as possible, so it's super unlikely that the loop falls out again. So we've got the loop on, or the jump ring. I like calling them loops. Got a second one here, so everything's all good on this side. And all we need to do is put the lobster clasp. And so I could have or should have done it earlier, but I'm going to show you how to open this again and then put it back. So the step one might have been quicker. So I'm opening it back up, and then you have to think about how the necklace is going to face. So it's going to face with the tooth. I can't really tell. I guess either side is okay in that case. Oh wait, yeah, so I'm left-handed, so this is how people, I think, one side or the other, just pick a side. And so you're gonna wanna put the clasp so that it's facing this way. It's facing what it's gonna open and close. And this is because I'm actually looking at the camera now. And then you just close this up. I'll work on that a little bit more. So I really want it to stay closed. because I really want to try to resell it. And so here I'm got it a little bit overdone or underdone at the same time. So you can clamp it and put pressure on it to close it up. And now it's closed. And guess what? There we go. In about 5 minutes, that necklace, you were devastated, had a lobster clasp that fell off, and now here we go. So this necklace is back in repair, and I hope I showed you the steps. I hope they made it on camera because I wasn't always looking. Basically the steps are get a jump ring onto the remaining loop, keep it open unlike I did, put the lobster claw in. Then when you're putting it back on, make sure the lobster claw is facing in the direction of the chain, how it's gonna be, and we're good. That's how easy it is. If something happens and your lobster clasp on your necklace breaks, just follow this tutorial. You'll need a jump ring around the same size as the original. Didn't realize that was there. 2 tweezers, preferably 2 needle nosed. I used flat hook and bent, which is fine. It worked out just fine. And of course the necklace that you want to fix and the clasp. And I got these from Amazon. And so I hope you've enjoyed watching this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and share. And sending lots of love from Ravi Star Jewelry. Thank you so much. Boom. Have a wonderful day.